Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Sara Eisen. With May in the rearview mirror, let's look ahead to June. Check this stat out. Over the past decade, S&P 500 has fallen more than 1% on average for the month of June. That's the second worst performing month after January. So will we see a June swoon this year too? We are pleased to be joined by Ryan Detrick, senior market strategist with LPL Financial. Ryan, sell in May, go away didn't work. What about June? What's typical?
Well, that's right, Sarah. You look at June, like we just said, it's kind of that banana peel in the summertime for equities. But when you dig under the surface, what's also happened that's interesting, May for the S&P 500 has been up the past 6 years. So you have a little bit of a bounce usually in May, then a little correction in June, and you look under the surface, we get into some of these things, there's still a lot more positives, which makes us think maybe this kind of surprise summer rally can continue if we get a little bit of volatility, even in the usually tricky month of June here.
I know you've also been looking at small caps, which are trading near record highs for the Russell 2000. What does that tell you?
That's right. I know I've come on with you guys all year. We've said it here at LPL Research. We like small caps. And sure enough, finally that trade has started to work. But what it tells us is there's a lot more small cap stocks. There's a lot more mid cap stocks than our large cap stocks. Historically speaking, when you have that leadership from those groups, that's usually a good sign. Here's a neat way to look at it. We recently had new highs on the Russell 2000. S&P 500 was still 5% away from an all-time high. Last time we saw anything like that with that much leadership from small caps was January of 2013. Obviously a really nice time for equities, but again, as the overall market continues to go higher, we think it's just an eventual time before S&P 500 and the Dow eventually make new highs also, right, where small caps, mid caps, and the NASDAQ are flirting with.
But couldn't you also look at the action in small caps and say, this is a time where investors want to have domestic exposure. The dollar is starting to strengthen. The U.S. is embarking on a trade war or trade skirmishes with some of our allies and some of our biggest trading partners. Let's just stay local. And therefore, isn't an overall tell this time?
Well, obviously time will tell there, and we'll have to see. But still, just look at the NYSE advanced decline line, how many stocks are participating in this moving up or down. That just made new highs again last week. So our personal opinion is there's a lot of participation to this move, a lot of strength under the surface. Eventually, it should continue to make really new highs in the S&P, along with where small caps are right now.
How much do you think of an impact tax reform is having on small caps and the broader market?
Obviously, tax reform's had a big tailwind for small caps. Small caps are supposed to have about 30% year-over-year earnings growth this year. So clearly, a lot of earnings growth coming in. Valuations are still pretty good. So a big tailwind there. But something else to think about, when you look at what happened last year, big gains in the S&P 500. On average, at the end of May, the S&P, after a 15% gain, like we had over 15% last year, up about 2% on average at the end of May. So really those first 5 months are kind of a nice sideways consolidation. That's exactly what we've seen. And then you tend to get that upward momentum the last 7 months of the year. We think we're playing into that once again here.
So in conclusion, June's going to be different this year, you're thinking?
Yeah, we think June definitely can maybe be a little volatility, but we definitely still think this upward summer surprise with the leadership from small caps, the transports, those are some really nice risk-on areas. We think overall S&P 500 can probably continue this surprise summer rally here.
Got it. Ryan, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Ryan Detrick, LPL Financial. Thank you all for watching Trading Nation. I'm Sara Eisen. We'll see you next time.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.